Get this for a number. There are nearly 17,000 warrants in Horry County alone. However, authorities work on only about 600. The other 96%, well, they sit in a filing room. News 13's AJ Janival investigated why and what it would take to bring these suspected criminals to justice in this News 13 special report. AJ.
Bob, law enforcement tell me after every effort has been exhausted, a warrant is filed away and considered unable to locate. In a lot of cases, deputies know exactly where the wanted person is and are unable to make an arrest due to legal restrictions. And that person gets off scot-free. Over the last several months, I've found out why so many people wanted for crimes here in Horry County are still on the loose.
Try to attempt to locate some of these people that have warrants on them. Whether it be successful or not is a different story.
Right now, Deputy Chris Palmer has 65 active warrants he's pursuing. That number is always changing.
I've gained, I think, about 20 yesterday.
Palmer will go door to door throughout the county looking for people who are wanted.
It's a hit and miss. I've had days where I served up to 10. Some days might not serve but 1 or 2.
A lot of criminals know how to avoid the police when they're wanted.
Hopefully they'll slip and we'll be there to catch them.
Deputies have resources and tools to locate these criminals, but there are only so many times they can visit someone's home or job. And after a while, the warrants that aren't found will be sent here. Stacked by the thousands are warrants that have been labeled unable to locate.
You hear UTL, unable to locate. That doesn't mean that warrant's going away. I mean, it's still active and it's going to remain active until it's cleared.
The Sheriff's Department tells us at the most recent count, there were 16,248 active warrants filed away. Who are these people and what are their crimes? I requested several times a list of all active warrants, including UTLs from the Sheriff's Department. However, they told me my request was impossible to fill due to privacy issues. But through the solicitor's office, I was able to obtain every single bench warrant that is currently active throughout the entire county. A bench warrant is for someone who skipped their court date, but the 22-page document from the solicitor's office also included the original crimes they were wanted for. There were more than 1,000 crimes listed. Most are misdemeanors, but some are felonies like assault, robbery, arson, and even attempted murder. We
feel bad for these individuals that go years without having justice for the warrant that's out there, you know, in their name.
So what is stopping law enforcement from making arrests when they know exactly where the offenders are? A lot of times, it's the cost.
It's simply not economically feasible for the county to be able to extradite 16,000 people.
It's not law enforcement that makes the decision.
It all boils down to, will the solicitor approve us to go across state lines to get them if they get stopped?
So I sat down with Horry County Solicitor Jimmy Richardson and asked, when is the county willing to go after these people who commit crimes here and escape justice simply by driving a few hundred miles away?
There's really no perfect system.
Richardson says each warrant is taken on a case-by-case basis. He says the county will not invest money into extradition when it costs more to taxpayers than the actual crime.
Of course, if they found someone wanted for kidnapping or murder or rape or anything really bad, we would extradite from anywhere in the nation.
And they've done so in the past. In 2009, Bruce Olin Underwood was charged with murder. He then fled the state. Horry County spent more than $2,000 to extradite Underwood back to the county. He was sentenced to 22 years without parole. Even with the amount of warrants the Sheriff's Department is able to bring in, the total number is hard to bring down.
We're getting 30, 40, 50, 60 warrants a day. The deputies have served a lot of warrants in the past few years. So, you know, they're out here working hard.
Back in service code in.
And for deputies on the street like Palmer, they keep at it, regardless of how many warrants are active.
I'll end up getting some of them, but which ones is hard to say.
And some of the warrants that have been labeled UTL date back decades. Sergeant Benton tells me the department was able to remove more than 2,100 warrants from the filing room because of this. He says once a warrant hits 10 years, it is sent back to the magistrate's office. In 2014, nearly 400 warrants were removed because of the fact that they were 10 years older. He says in some cases, the people on these warrants are not even still alive. The most recent count of warrants served here in Horry County for the month of January is 395. Live here in the studio, I'm AJ Janival for News 13.